Lane Swap!
Hey everybody, welcome to Lane Swap, where we force music industry professionals to play your favorite video games. Today on the show, we have Anna Lynn Ferris, bandleader of the Anna Lynn Ferris Band, America's sweetheart with a fiery personality, and renowned for her deep dedication to ducks. Anna, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, of course. So, do you know what you're going to be doing today?
I have no idea.
Yeah, well, we are going to be interviewing you, but your challenge today is to attempt to play a video game that you've never heard of, or hopefully have never heard of,
Okay.
while we are interviewing you.
Great.
Would you like to know the name of the game?
I would.
Clustertruck!
Oh my gosh.
So have you heard of the game before?
Just a little bit.
Clustertruck is a game where our player jumps between the roofs of semi-trucks. Though don't ask me why. Oh, there are also superpowers.
I am on a truck. Oh, goodness.
Think like the floor is level.
Or a music career.
Oh, I can turn doing the mouse. So do I just have to stay on the truck until I get to the end? Why can't I just drive the truck? I win!
There we go. Tell me a little bit about how you found yourself here in Nashville as a musical artist.
I just kind of started my music career by playing music in local bars. I was like 13. I decided that I wanted to move to Nashville to pursue the dream that everybody else is pursuing, I guess, in this town. It was kind of a good fit, and my mom didn't like the heat of the South.
So you've had supportive parents who've supported your music career.
Oh yeah,
from the beginning.
100%. I feel like I'm very lucky in that sense because I know a lot of people don't have the same story as me where their parents were super supportive from the get-go. A lot of parents, when I was growing up, they would be so proud of, softball or basketball stars and this, that, the other. My parents were taking me into the bar and having me play music for random strangers.
So what year did you come to Nashville?
It was 2017. I left on my graduation day. I threw my cap up and then I was in the moving truck.
In the course of your 6-year-long career here in Nashville, you've opened for some major musical acts and done some really cool things. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your music pedigree and what you've done in this town?
Really, some of the cool things that I've done actually haven't been in Nashville in terms of like opening up for some bigger names. Like I've opened up for Neil McCoy. I've opened up for Montgomery Gentry.
Tell me more about that. What was Montgomery Gentry like?
It was a really cool show. We were up in Wisconsin in St. Croix by St. Croix Lake. And it was just an awesome show. The tour bus was right there. And all I could really say, the really, really cool one that we opened up for was Neil McCoy. And I say that just because he actually came out and he met us. And I got to shake his hand. And he was in sweatpants at the time. He was awesome to meet. And we partied down in his tour bus afterwards. I won't go into too much detail there. Let's just say we had to get an Uber afterwards.
Tell me, what keeps you motivated throughout that process of playing all these different venues for all these different people, some of which who love your music, some of which who don't love your music,
It's definitely... I don't know what happened. What keeps me going is I think it's really... You get a lot out of it. Mm-hmm. I am a server of the people sometimes. It's really rewarding to see people really enjoying the music. Like, I've had situations where I've been playing a show and then I'll play a song and they're like, oh my gosh, they're just coming up to me in tears and they're like, oh my gosh, that's the song that my dad would listen to all the time before he passed away. Which is really important to me, and I'm trying to talk about a serious subject. But that's always really rewarding to hear, and it's the music industry, as you know, is not always super fruitful or rewarding.
So you've met some unique characters on the road, I'm sure. So
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about your road stories and maybe some of the stories of some of the people you've met along the way that really have impacted you as a human being and throughout your music career.
Our Wisconsin shows are always pretty fun, our Wisconsin runs that we do once a year. What's really cool about them is not only do we get a lot of time to bond on the road, but we also get to do some cool things. Like we'll usually go like kayaking or mountain climbing, or we will do things that take away your ability to drive. Oh goodness, I'm in between trucks. When we were playing this wedding up in Wisconsin, we had a guitar player. I'm not going to say his name, but he has drank a lot on the road with us and boulder hopped this. Oh no!
Oh!
So close! We were in Kansas City, Missouri at a venue that we apparently closed down because they shut down shortly after we played there.
For legal reasons, no connection.
For legal reasons, no connections to us, but it was Halloween weekend. It got to the point where our guitar player at the time would take off his shirt and swing it while he was playing. And at the end of the show, I was in the women's bathroom doing my thing in the women's bathroom, as you would do. And then all of a sudden I hear these voices come in of this girl looking for her phone. And I see them come in, and they are not looking for a phone. I had to leave because they proceeded to, we'll say, play games in the women's bathroom there. I didn't want anything to do with that. And poor Ian's mom was also there. She wasn't in tandem with it, but she had to walk out. And then he decided that he was not done. So he found another girl and played games with her, went home with her to play games. And so the next morning, we got a call from him, and he's 30 minutes away from where we are. And we had to go pick him up. Oh, yeah, the donut rule is when somebody decides to play games and inconvenience the band, so they have to bring donuts to reprimand that. I don't know where I'm supposed to go.
Remember, we're gamers. We're not supposed to touch the grass.
Lawrence brought a Wii, so they would play Mario Karts, if I'm allowed to say that.
Mario
they
Karts.
would play. There's multiple carts. There were multiple players.
Describe the worst part about this game.
Dying. Every single time.
So, Anna, what do you think the hardest part about being a band leader and an artist, especially in Nashville, is?
What I have found is that when you are a band leader, you have to herd cats a lot. Musicians are great, but sometimes when you're on the road, they are everywhere. So I don't know if you've ever heard a cat before, but cats do not like to do what you want them to do. You have to slow down! No!
Oh!
When you're on the road and you are trying to pack up, somebody's going to be at the bar trying to have a drink. Somebody's going to be talking to somebody. Somebody's going to be playing games with girls in the bathroom. And as the band leader, somehow make it happen. Slow down, time! Slow it down! Scheduling and getting people together, those are the main issues that I've had. I've been very lucky to say that I can play with some really amazing artists who really care about their jobs.
Do you consider musicians artists?
I think it just depends. Like, if they want to promote themselves as an artist, like, hey, I'm Steve, and I play the drums, and that's just what I do. I front a band as a drummer! But I think it's really just, like, self-claim in terms of an artist. Because, like, there's drummers who sing, like Phil Collins. I was very good.
I'm sorry, I just got a text from Lawrence. Anna straight be struggling, because he can see this at home.
When your bassist roasts you from home.
From afar, yeah.
So, how do you feel about the artist-influencer conglomeration nowadays? Because a lot of times to be an artist in the modern world, you have to sort of be an influencer as well. So how do you feel about that as a Nashville artist?
I definitely think social media has changed a lot for people. There's so many different platforms out there where, you better land on this truck. I almost feel like that world is kind of oversaturated because anybody can do it.
I guess a follow-up question to that would be, as a musical artist who has had some degree of success in Nashville, would you recommend that an artist focuses on the in-person side of their career, like the artist side of their career, or the influencer side of their career in 2023?
I really, really, really focus on my in-person thing, like we were talking about before, connecting with people and hitting them on a different level. I think in today's time, you really have to be everywhere. So you have to be on your game with in-person, you have to be on your game with virtual, but like you have to be on your game for everything and all the time. Like I myself, when I'm on social media, I have to be like, even with my personal account, I try to be careful with my likes and tags and things like that, just because it's out there, it's everywhere. And people can just instantly be like, oh, well, I don't like this because you said this one time on Facebook 7 years ago. I do think it's kind of a blessing and a curse, because I have people in different states that follow me and that will come out to my shows when I'm in that particular area, just because they see that we're playing in that area. And I don't think I get the same effect if I was in person, just in person. Come on. Yeah! Yes!
So tell me about ducks.
Oh my gosh. So I really don't like ducks. I don't like physical ducks. I don't like fowl. I don't like birds because they scare the crap out of me, because I always think they're going to poop on me. But I love rubber ducks. My boyfriend got me 200 ducks for my birthday a couple years ago. 200 ducks.
What
Assorted
a man.
ducks. Yes. He understood the assignment. I like to give them to my nieces and nephews when I see them, and we've ducked people's houses and I throw them at people. So, yeah, that's the thing with the ducks.
So tell me a little bit about your musical style, what makes you unique as a band and as an artist here in Nashville.
I am a belter. I have always been a belter. I have roots in bluegrass, and belting music is just what I do. I'm a big fan of Janis Joplin, so like my stage presence reflects that in her love of the stage. And I believe she said something, and I don't remember the quote exactly, but being on stage is like making love to thousands of people all at the same time. It's a very intimate thing, me being on stage and performing for people and wanting to put on a good show every single time. It brings me a lot of joy knowing I'm not like other female artists and am a little bit stronger and not...
You're not a wannabe Dolly, right?
Yeah, which I feel like is a big problem in Nashville. Like you get caught in Nashville. You get caught on Broadway. You get caught doing this. You get caught doing that. Just because, you know, it's too good of a opportunity. And I really want to be just myself and authentically me. I grew up in a very redneck family, so trying to simmer that down is really difficult for me. I am very loud. This is going to sound so bad. I like women who have the balls to get up there and just do what they do and not have to worry about what other people are thinking or what, oh no, this is gonna happen. Oh no, my vocals. Oh. Even if you're the worst person on stage, you should be confident. What the f-?
If you were to talk to Anna from 10 years ago,
geez.
Or, for example, another aspiring Nashville artist who's maybe 5 to 10 years behind where you are, what would you tell them? And what are some of the things that you would recommend to them as advice for the future?
I'll be completely candid. When I moved to Nashville, I was kind of one of those mousy girls who wanted to be cookie cutter because I wanted to play at particular bars because I thought that's what was going to have me make it. And I choked. My dad wanted me to sing, so he paid $20 to the band at the time. And like I hid underneath the bar. I was so scared. And then like I did get on stage and rocked it out, but like I don't do that anymore. It's like, you know, if people don't like who I am, you know, haters be damned, because it's nobody, like even if you're the sweetest person on earth, not everybody's gonna like you, and that's just something you have to absorb. And from there you kind of gain your confidence, because it's like, well, it doesn't matter what these people think because I know it was good.
Have you pressed the shift key at all?
Is there a shift key?
So if you hold shift when you move forward, you run.
I am so fast.
what to you is making it?
Honestly, really, I feel like when you make it, you can make a living and not have to have any other source of income just playing music. That's what I think is making it nowadays. And so you have to not freaking die on this game. Be who you are, and you have to be happy with what you're doing, because another thing is people get caught in the trap and then they're not happy with playing music, so they get burnt out just playing music and being able to be happy on stage with what you're doing. Jumping on this truck, go jump on this truck. Come on!
Stay on it, stay on it.
Come on! Go!
Let's go! Let's go! Woo! So tell us, where can we find Anna Lynn Ferris?
So, one of the things I like to say is you can follow me on Facebook, you can follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on YouTube, you can follow me just about everywhere except for home, because that would be weird. Yeah, just Anna Lynn Ferris, and that's Ferris, Ferris, just like the wheel.
Well, thank you so much, Anna, for coming on to the show. For everyone who's watching, please like, comment, subscribe, and let us know down in the comment section down below what your favorite game to ruin a perfectly good interview is. Potential spam is like my most called person. Red Bull, please sponsor it.
I love Vegas bums.
We'll probably cut that out.